Should you have a full frame sensor or a crop sensor for landscape photography? In my opinion, I would opt for full frame, but there are benefits to choosing either one. The main one being full frame is very expensive. Crop sensor, not nearly as expensive. The main difference between full frame and crop sensor is the size. A full frame is meant to mimic 35mm film, hence why full frame is 35mm. Crop sensors, they vary in size. This one is an APS-C. There's also micro four thirds and also whatever is in your cell phone. There's also medium format, which is bigger than full frame, but we'll leave that for another video. Now, the benefits of getting a full frame sensor is that it lets more light in, which means you'll have better low light capabilities, and in turn, you'll generally have a much cleaner image. But crop sensor cameras are great too, because a lot of the times they're much cheaper than full frame. So if price is a thing, I would opt for this. Also, having a much smaller sensor means that the camera is smaller and more lightweight. So if you're thinking about portability, this might be your option. Another cool thing about having a crop sensor camera is if I were to put a regular full frame lens, like this is a 70-200, it's meant for full frame cameras. If I were to put this on this APS-C camera, then I would get a 1.6 times crop. So this would actually zoom in. It would no longer be a 70-200, it'd be more like 112 to 320 millimeter. Personally, I shoot a lot of landscape photography where it's dark, it's sunrise or sunset, and I need the low light capability. And a lot of the times I like to reframe my photos, so having a higher megapixel sensor in my camera where I can crop in a bit and still retain those details, that's a huge benefit for me, and that's why I generally lean towards full frame. However, if you're out shooting wildlife or you need to move around a lot and you don't want to be dragging around big heavy gear and you just want a nice little camera but still get that range, you know, if you're going to be shooting birds or wildlife, I would probably go with a crop sensor camera. Now, all of this really just depends on your needs and what you want to shoot. So comment below, which one are you leaning?